All right, so the next thing I want you to do is I want you to find this sheet. And I'll give you a hint. At the bottom, it has using similar figures. So go ahead and find that sheet, and then we'll start going over this. All right, hopefully now that you've found it, we can go on, and we're going to do this entire page, not just these few things. So you can use proportions. And when I say proportions, think of a fraction, to find unknown side lengths and similar polygons. Okay, so here we're told that these two are similar. Okay, ABCD is similar to EFGH. And remember, order matters here. So I know when I'm looking to solve for x here, okay, I know it corresponds. So EH, so first and last, I know it corresponds to AD. Okay, so I can say AD over EH, and that's going to equal, and I can just kind of pick what I want. But I notice here that I know this side, and AB, which is the first two, and EF, which is the first two, are corresponding, so I'm going to use that too. So I could say AB over EF. Okay, now if I substitute stuff in, my AD is 3, so I can say 3 over, my EH is X, so 3 over X equals, AB is 6 over EF, which is 5. Okay, and we've already gone over how to solve this, so we're going to cross multiply. So 6 times x is 6x equals 3 times 5 is 15, so divide both sides by 6. I get x equals 15 over 6, or 5 halves. Okay? So my x equals 5 halves. Or if you like decimals, 5 halves is the same thing as 2.5. All right, let's look at this one here. It says ABC is similar to DEF, and then it gives me all these. And I want to find the scale factor. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and draw it. So ABC and then DEF. And it does not have to be to scale, okay? I'm just trying to give myself a visual here. So AB is 12, BC is 20, and AC is 16, and then DE is 9, and DF is 12. I got all this from these words up here. Find the scale factor and EF, which I'm just going to call X. Okay, so I'm going to kind of highlight the corresponding sides. So those are corresponding, those are corresponding, and those are corresponding. Okay. So now I want to set up a proportion or a fraction to solve for x. Well, these are corresponding, so the 20 is to x. So I'm just going to go ahead and 20 is to x as, and guys, it doesn't matter. I could use 12 and 9. Or I could use 16 and 12. I'm just going to use 12 and 9 just because they're smaller numbers. Okay. So when I do this, I cross multiply. So 12x equals 9 times 20, or 12x equals 180. Divide both sides by 12. I get x equals 15. Okay, so EF is 15. Okay, now I want to find the scale factor, and every corresponding side has the same scale factor, so I just want to pick one of each of these. So I'm just going to pick 12 and 9 and make a fraction out of it. 12 over 9, which equals 4 over 3. So this is my scale factor. Or I could have picked 16 over 12. which reduces to 4/3. Or I could have picked 20 over 15, which reduces to 4/3. Okay, so you could pick any of those and get the right answer. All right, so we're going to continue on that same page. And we have this theorem here that talks about perimeters. Okay, so we have a theorem that tells us that if two polygons are similar, then the ratio of their perimeters is equal to the ratio of their scale factors, or the ratio of their corresponding sides, same thing. Okay, so I want to find the perimeter of NEO. I want to find this big perimeter. Okay, but first I want to find the perimeter of this. Okay, so if I add up 19 plus 34 plus 40, hopefully we all know how to find perimeters by now, I would get 93. Okay, the perimeter of this is 93. And I'm given this similarity statement here. Okay, so the only side I'm given of this triangle over here is right here, OE. Okay, so I can say that HO is to EO, or OE, whatever, as the perimeter of triangle PHO is to the perimeter of triangle NEO. Okay, the ratio of the sides, which is right here, is equal to the ratio of their perimeters. Okay, now it's just about plugging stuff in. So HO is 40 over EO is 60, as the perimeter of PHO, we already added it up, it's 93, over, I'm just going to say P. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do some math. All right, so I'm going to cross multiply like I've been doing. So 40 times P is 40P equals 60 times 93. Okay, and if I put 60 times 93 in my calculator, that's 5580 equals 40P. So divide by 40, divide by 40. I get 139.5. So P is 139.5. So the cool thing is I just found the perimeter of this triangle by only knowing one side length, because I used the scale factor of this, which I knew they were similar.